So one of the key aspects to baking is the creaming method. So we're going to go over the creaming method, and this is often used for cookies and cakes, muffins and cornbreads and things of that nature. So we have room temperature butter, and it's soft but not mushy. So we're going to add to it the sugars. The cookies call for both brown sugar and white sugar. Some people are going to ask, can you use all brown sugar? Can you use all white sugar? What's the reason behind that? It's because the brown sugar helps with the texture, and the white sugar gives it the sweetness as well. So we're going to cream this together for about 4 minutes. If you're making a cake, you typically cream together for 8 to 9 minutes, but these are for chocolate chip cookies. We don't have to cream this together for a long period of time. And the reason why we don't cream it for a long period of time is because we want them to become chewy. So we're going to cream this together for 4 minutes on medium speed. So this is on medium speed. We're not going to take it on higher or nothing like that. So we'll be back in exactly 4 minutes. Anytime we're creaming together items, halfway through the creaming time, we're going to scrape down the sides of the bowl. This is just to make sure everything is being creamed together properly. So this is scraping. And we do a lot of scraping with baking, especially when you're making cakes and cookies, because you always have to scrape to make sure everything is combined. So scrape, and we're going to let it go for the remaining 2 minutes on medium speed. For cakes, when we cream together cakes, we will whip it on a higher speed because we have to create more air. But for a cookie, we want the texture to be a little bit more dense. So, medium speed. Anytime we're creaming together items, halfway through the creaming time, we're going to scrape down the sides of the bowl. This is just to make sure everything is being creamed together properly. So, this is scraping. And we do a lot of scraping with baking, especially when you're making cakes and cookies, because you always have to scrape to make sure everything is combined. So scrape, and we're going to let it go for the remaining 2 minutes on medium speed. For cakes, when we cream together cakes, we will whip it on a higher speed because we have to create more air. But for a cookie, we want the texture to be a little bit more dense. So, medium speed. Okay, so we got everything creamed together. I'm going to scrape everything down, and I'm going to add 1 egg. The egg is at room temperature. Keep in mind, we are always using room temperature ingredients when baking, unless otherwise specified. So we're going to add the egg. I'm going to beat the egg in until it's well combined. As soon as everything is smooth and combined, we're going to turn it off. Because you can still overbeat this now that we add the egg. Alright, so we're going to give everything a scrape once more. Okay. Now I'm going to add to this the vanilla and the milk. I'm going to mix it till it's combined. So I got this mix on low, and here I got my all-purpose flour here that I sifted. The way I sifted is I measured it and then I sifted. Some ingredients you have to sift and then measure. So I'm going to add to this the salt and the baking powder. I have here the baking soda, and I'm going to pour that through the sift. the sift just to make sure there's no lumps, because you don't want to bind into lumps in your cookies. Mix that together and turn off the mixer. And now I'm going to add the flour. I'm just going to pour it all in. I'm going to mix it until it's combined. I'm going to do it on low. Give everything a scrape. Now the dough is going to seem a little loose, but that's okay. So now I'm going to fold in the chocolate chips. I'm just going to let the mixer do it. We're going to use the mixer to fold it in. We're not going to mix it too long. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop the cookie dough. I have a 2 tablespoon scoop here, and I'm just going to place them into my pan here that I lined with parchment. I'm going to place it sort of close together. Okay. We're not going to bake these right now. They're going to go into the freezer. So I got one little pan here done. I'm going to stick this in the freezer. I'm going to do all of them this way. Stick them in the freezer for about 45 minutes to an hour to their firm. So I have the cookies in the freezer for about an hour. And I'll have here another sheet tray. I'm going to place them on the tray a couple of inches apart. I'm not going to bake all of them, just a few. We'll do 12 total. So let's see how these will spread when they're baked. So they're going to go in a preheated 350 degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. So they took 13 minutes to get done, and they're nice and brown around the edge. The bottom of them are brown. I did let them cool for about 5 minutes or so. They're starting to really solidify. So here are the cookies. They completely cooled off. I'm gonna show you the bottom. They're nice and brown. Inside is nice thin texture. It's soft. So I'm gonna give this a taste. They're nice. They're chewy. They have a nice crunch on the bottom. Absolutely amazing chocolate chip cookies. I hope you guys try this recipe and enjoy it. Please give me a thumbs up. Please share this video. Please subscribe if you aren't subscribed, and hit the bell so you'll be notified of my new uploads. Please leave a comment or request. And please remember, let's live and be well. Let's do what we can to come together to love one another. Thank you so much for watching.